Hello and welcome to episode 17 of our Manor Lords Early Access Let's Play series. We currently have 3 different regions that we are managing at the moment. So we started over here in Immenreuth. We expanded out here into Nusslohe after quite a bit of fighting. And now we have Waldbrand, which is just getting started. We've got some ruins that we're just ignoring for now until we get farming kicked off. We don't have a lot of supplies for food and fuel, so I think we need to work on that a little bit in this episode. And we also want to take a look at getting this area fully kitted out. In the last episode we just upgraded our stone church, so I think we're definitely in a good place in terms of supplies here. We want to kick off our war machine. Last episode we went to create some mail armor after adding this additional development point. And also for Immenreuth, we also had a development point that we hadn't spent already. And we put that into orchards. So we've got some nice little orchards growing down here. And if you can see those trees, I'm not too sure. But they're growing slowly. They take 3 years to grow before you can start harvesting them. And right now we're coming up to harvest season. And I think we want to get this farming area completely nice and organized. We want to make sure our army is ready if Hildebolt comes knocking, and let's try and get Waldbrand a little bit more developed, because at the moment, I mean, it's still a small, well, it's still a settlers camp technically, but I think we can get it to a small village or maybe even more. But let's see where we get up to. We do have, we're missing some requirements here, so we didn't actually have a church. That's going to be one of the requirements of getting this. What do we need for a church? So a church and a manor. Those are definitely 2 things we want to get here. So church, we need, for the basic church, we need 20 more planks. Do we have a saw pit yet? No, one of the main things we wanted here was to get this woodcutter's lodge online, so we can actually start building out some firewood. And then I think after that we can look at getting a saw pit online and get those planks ready and rolling. But that should be being built. We've only got 1 family here at the moment. So storage is full. That's small stable. So yeah, we did upgrade some of these stables so we can have some more oxen, which is going to be super important when we've got this many farms. We want to make sure that we have a good level of oxen to really help that out. So we have 4 at the moment. And we have we've got 1 small stable there. I think we've got 1 over here. And I'm sure we have a hitching post somewhere else as well. I think we had some over here previously. There's 1. There's another. So we can absolutely sort of ramp those up a little bit. And I mean, we've got plenty of cash, so let's order some more oxen. We just do it per 1. That's okay, that's fine. So we want to get these rolling. And we've still got this rich iron deposit. Oh, royal tax increased. Again, no message there. I think that might be an early access bug, you know. I don't know if there's meant to be an image or something displaying there, but never really fun to get told that your royal tax is increasing, but we've got to pay our dues. And Waldbrand settlement level has increased. Excellent. So let's fly on over. And we have 1 development point to spend. I don't really know where I want to spend this at the moment. So we've got wild animals rich deposit. I'm tempted to put it in that, so we're going to have a ton of food and we can go pretty hard on that. We probably will do some farming here, I think, because the fertility level generally, oops, get that back. Fertility level generally is, I mean, for rye it's very good. I think we wanted to go into rye for this area. That's tough then. That makes that a little bit more tough. Maybe we go into rye further down the line. I think in the short term, trapping is probably going to be quite good. Or do we want to unlock orchards early? Oh, this is difficult now. I mean, heavy plow's always useful. But we need to spend at least 2 points for this. And if we want that as well, that's 3 points in there. And I don't know if I want to put this off. We're not going to farm just yet. Or maybe we could get a few. Oh, this is tough. I think maybe we just go for a couple of farms. We do have this windmill here already, so maybe we can make use of that. And we just make this our farming area at the back here. It's a little bit protected. And maybe we can have some farming just all in this nice open area, so we haven't got to cut down any additional trees. This logging camp's doing a good job. So I think we have this as our farming area. And then we can go for the heavy plow. And then we'll put the additional points up here. And then we can look at going somewhere else. I mean, maybe it's going to be useful to produce armor making, but I think given that we've got this other production in other areas, it's probably going to be useful just to have this focus as a bit of a farming and food resource. There's a massive clay deposit over there as well. It does seem to be... So this region only has one rich deposit, whereas these have... Or maybe I exhausted one of the rich deposits here already, actually. Because it looks like every region has 2 rich deposits in something. So I think this might be a good place for us to take next. Although that only has 1 rich. But that sort of solidifies this area at least. And then we can sort of move our battlefront across this line, diagonally across the map. And then we can look at taking everything that way. So we're in September already. I'm quite keen to... So actually, if we can... I don't know if we're going to be too slow. But it would be great to get a farmhouse up here already. And get some farms ready for the harvest season. I don't know if I'm rushing this a little bit too much. But it feels like it's probably going to be very useful. If we just put a little farmhouse on the edge here. And then we can have all of our fields kicking off in that direction. And we can let's make use of this path actually. Put some pathing just around the back of these houses. Are they gonna fit? Can't quite see. Let's make that at least. If we can make that work. Oh yeah, that fits nicely around there. And then we can definitely have some nice fields around here. I think a farmhouse there would be good, because I mean that's... Oh, that's a well there. We could move it to the other side really if we need to. But I think I'm going to stick a farmhouse here. Let's get that built. We do have root. We don't have the best... Oh, homelessness is still an issue, but that's going to go. For sure. I think... we can expand one of these houses just as well. Because we do want to get these to level 2s at some point. Obviously, you don't need that to expand, but we are lacking a church and clothing supply stall. So at some point, it would be good to have a tailor's workshop, but we need to get... Well, here we just need linen, leather, and yarn. So we can get leather from this wild deposit here. So we just need a tannery for that later on. But if possible, I'm going to build out some farms here. And I'm going to build... I don't want any too massive. 0.7 Morgan. I think that's quite doable. And maybe we can just have sort of a longer one coming at the back of these houses. Zero 0.8. I think that's 1.1. We don't want to build it on top of the farmhouse. I kind of want it. Yeah, maybe that's a bit of a weird shape though, isn't it? I think let's just have it 0.8. I think that's nice as well. So that's good for wheat. That's good for barley. So if we could have wheat and barley, that would be mega just for early. Even just one wheat, I think, would be pretty mega early on. Although we don't really need barley yet, actually. I think let's go flax. And then fallow for 1 year. And then we'll go barley. And then I think here we can go... do 2 wheat and then we'll fallow. Let's see if they can get that built in time. And we're going to have one house being upgraded. We've still got a good supply of logs. We've got a woodcutter's lodge there. Okay, we don't have anyone in the storehouse. We are kind of lacking people here a tad. I think for now, let's take someone off the granary and get someone on firewood because fuel is definitely an issue right now. Let's see if that's quick enough. That might not be the best decision, to be perfectly honest, but let's see. What is going on over here? Well, I don't really want to burn any of these fields, but they're kind of... they're growing. So... yeah, maybe we just... there's not going to be any yield, really. I think I'm just going to let everything roll over. Let's follow that. Let's let everything roll over until October, and then we'll sort everything out after that. Because we can rearrange some families. I think we've got... do we have any unassigned oxen? Yeah, let's get an additional oxen here. We can. And then obviously we also want to make sure we're all good over here. So what do we need? We need some level 3 plots. And yeah, we're doing a good fuel. Storage is full. Yes, because we don't have anyone working the granary right now. Oh dear. Right. Do I sack off this idea? I think we're rushing this. And we can just leave these fields as they are. So let's just... sack that off. Let's get someone in the granary. And I think actually we've got quite a few logs at the moment. I'm quite keen just to make sure we have enough fuel. So I can always move people around. But obviously just want to keep an eye on that. Nusslohe is looking fine. I would like to get some of these upgraded at some point. But they're missing fuel. Well, where are we... yeah, we've got that pause, so we don't want anyone on that. So that's fine. And yeah, that's fine. So you can press T to alternate between regions. So these burgage plots are losing. Why are they not happy? Food supply. Okay, so we're really lacking in food supply at the moment. So we've got some good bread. there. What's going on with our food supply? We've got loads of wheat. That just needs to go into grain. So we're lacking meat. We do have people on the hunting camps. What are we trading out? Are we trading out food? We're not, actually. So I'm kind of lacking enough food to go around. But we did harvest quite a lot here. So I think that probably will resolve itself once we... I think we just need more grain coming into the windmill. Maybe put someone on that extra. Just keep an eye out for October to come around. And how's our supply of iron looking over here? Because that's our main thing here. So we've got lots of iron slabs. So we can definitely take someone off the bloomery here. And I think... How are we doing? So we actually don't have any timber. So... I reckon we move this timber camp over there. And we start... Maybe we move it over here. Just start logging this area. Because this might be where we want to do some farming. It might not be the worst thing in the world if we move it over here and just take all those logs out. Let's move it over there. We don't have any timber. Well, that might have been a big mistake. Actually, we've got loads of firewood. So, where's our... Yeah, I'm not really too bothered about these fields. I'm just going to have to let them go. This is not really the most successful episode at the moment. Troubles everywhere. But we managed. It's part of the game. And I think actually here I might need to fly on over to here. I think I'm going to send... some... You can't send wood? Kidding me? Oh, maybe what I need to do is actually just delete this. So we have 0 timber, and we get that back, and then we just rebuild it. It's actually logging camp that we want, right? So we stop that, and we want the logging camp. And let's build that over there. And yeah, so these guys are lacking tavern supply. But once we unlock barley, I think we can also export that a bit as well. Barley fertility is terrible in that region, so I'm not even going to attempt to make it. And I definitely need to be more cautious with our food supply here in Immenreuth, because that's hurting our happiness overall. But annual royal tax, almost 300 now. Just waiting for October to tick over, then we can sort our farms out. I think maybe let's bring the taxes. Let's just bring that down to 10% now. Otherwise, people are generally kind of happy here. I think our supplies are okay. We need to get that food supply up, definitely. But we're going to do that, getting through a lot of this. So we've got quite a bit of bread in there. Loads of flour. So we are getting through a lot of this grain. We've got a lot of wheat still, even more coming in. So we need to get that coming in as grain. So I think it's just going to take time, really, just to let it sort of go through and filter through into our population. These trees are starting to bloom a little bit. They look nice. So I have some apples coming in. And we have some people in our apiary, so we do have... We don't really have any honey. That's...
in all the land. Well, perhaps it
Well,
was
that's a little
simply
bug
a
there.
bad batch. You'll not find finer wares anywhere else. You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
And foraging is seasonal, so that's no point really having anyone on that. Okay. Yeah, we're doing pretty well for fuel, so I'm happy with that. And we're into October, so let's get our fields prepped. So barley is the objective for a lot of these fields. I think I'm going to just set all of them to fallow. And then let's get organized and see what we want to do. I mean, actually, this tiny one, wheat 100%, let's definitely keep that. Okay. Fallow. Got lots of fields over here. I don't think I've really utilized them yet. Okay, so we've got mostly fallow. We've got 2 fields that we're gonna plow and get ready. So we've got 1 flax and 1 wheat, and we need to have a look at where are we going to get good barley fertility. So actually, apparently in this field, so 80%, 78% in this field, 76%. I mean, this feels like a bit of a must because it is a large field. So we should get a good amount there. And I'm thinking maybe a smaller one over this side. Only got 56, 58, 75. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's go 75 as well. And I really don't know how many fields I can sort of get away with here. I mean, wheat is pretty good generally. So, I mean, that is another wheat 100%. I feel like I have to go for that. And then... So, we've got let's just see how that goes. I think we've got 4 families on each. Just get another one on there. Another one on this busy one. They've got 2 oxen there. They have 1. I think that's probably quite good. Let's see how busy they get to ploughing this. I mean, that's already ploughed, so that's a win. We've got a new family coming in. I mean, ideally, I think we just want, you know, more the better, really. New family members are joining everywhere. Just pump these numbers up. I want to get these fields done, guys. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. I think we'll just give them time to get that done. This definitely isn't happening, so we sort of pivoted a little bit over here. And we wanted to get some extra resources in. So we want to get control, really, of our food and fuel. So I think we're definitely in a good space for fuel now. I think I'll take 1 person off of this. And yeah, food's looking okay as well. Let's see if we can... So we're at 48%. I think we need another sort of round of happiness. We don't have any clothing, so let's get... actually, let's upgrade. Let's have some more living space. And we definitely want this other church, don't we? In this area, we want a church. And we need planks for that. So saw pit is actually going to be the priority here. Let's Put a little saw pit over there. Yeah, just looking around, checking where I've got people assigned at the moment. Let's make that the priority for that region. And what have we got going on here? Definitely plenty of food, so I'm not worried there at all. Not enough fuel on the marketplace. I think really we need... Where's a storehouse? Didn't have... Oh, timber was what we wanted actually. Logging camp. Let's get a couple of people sorting that out. Because actually no one can go on the saw pit right now. That's pretty pointless. And... Okay, how are we doing on the farming? So that one's all good. That's underway. Got this one as a small wheat field. Another small wheat field. This is our big barley field, so I'm actually really excited for that. That's another barley field. I think we could probably get away. I think I'm going to do another wheat field, actually. I'm just trying to really see what I can get away with in terms of output. Because obviously I need people to harvest this later on as well, but we've got so many families doing this. Just see how they get on. And this is not even coming down. We've actually got over the amount, and we've got 2 people on here. So I think we can even put a second camp here if we need to. But I think the focus at the moment should really be on getting this saw pit up and running. We have no one for construction right now. I think that's okay. So they are, yeah, missing the clothing supply. So we need a tannery at some point, but I want to focus on getting this church for the happiness level. And we have got the happiness over 50%, so we can get people moving in here, which would be really nice, actually. I'm sure that's going to be pumping up before we know it. There's our storehouse. We don't have anyone on that currently. So we're spread quite thin there, so I'm quite glad I didn't bother with the farms over here, to be honest. But they're doing well for food and everything. And I think over here we've got 30 months worth of food, so I'm definitely not concerned about that. But the problem is, I think all of that is pretty much all veggies, isn't it? So it would be nice to get some extra meat. Hunting camp. Pretty slow there, to be honest. Get some logs back. That's good. So winter is approaching. Got loads there. I think just making sure we have enough wood generally is quite important. And then obviously, I mean, we could build some additional things here if we want some garrison space. Do we want in tax offices? Pretty cosmetic. I think I'm actually quite content just leaving that as it is for now. The struggle here is, like I said, going to be on the food side. I have put the logging camp here. I could build like a little small farm down here. We do have good fertility for absolutely nothing, actually. So I'll leave that food supply as it is. Waldbrand doesn't currently have any... I don't have the regional wealth for that yet. because I need to upgrade these houses. So the focus definitely here should be... Oh god, we've got 50 planks already? Damn, this guy doesn't mess around. Okay, let's get this church going. I would like it quite central. Would be quite nice. I think... Oh, maybe here. That's quite... I mean, that's as central as it gets. There we go. Highest priority. Let's get that built. And then they also need clothing. So after that is going to come tannery. But we really need families in this living space as a priority. Well, that's the priority. So we've got one family who's able to get that built. I don't think we need a large granary just yet. God, they really worked through that soaring. That's really impressive. Right, let's speed this up. Okay, how are our farms looking? Just slow it down again, actually. So, flax is fully done. Actually, it's sowing in progress. So, that's fully sown. That is fallowed. That's being sown. That's fully sown. That's fallowed. That's being currently done. That's being sown. That's already sown. I think we could probably, you know what, I think we've got one more month. I think we could get away with another. Attempt to do wheat again. Wheat always just feels a little bit boring, doesn't it? But maybe boring is success. I don't know. Let's go for wheat here. And then wheat again. So we've only got one flax. Where is the flax fertility best? Down here, really. I mean, I don't know if we can get those done, but let's just see. I mean, it'd be great. Mostly want to keep on top of Waldbrand here. They definitely just need to build the church. Get all that together. Good. More families moving in. Oh, we need to get this happiness up. That's what the church is really going to help with as well. Adding that additional happiness. Market stall coverage. Obviously, clothing is the issue at the moment. We do have... Let's back out of that. We've got a few hides, so someone from a tannery could help us out on the clothing side. Where is it at? There. I'll put that not all the way down here, but I think sort of maybe here would be good. Get that built afterwards. And then let's pop over here. Yeah, we're doing fine for everything over here. It's just this tavern supply. I wonder if it is worth just... I mean, that sucks, doesn't it? I think we're going to have to import it. I think over here I'm going to have to really go big on the ale side. What should we got, actually? Well, large shields. What is he making? Pole arms? How many pole arms we got?
Look here. Leather.
Big exporting those. I thought I'd have way more. We're sending charcoal. Receiving helmets. Okay, how are we looking if we... I mean, we're definitely lacking... Definitely lacking helmets. Jeez. Okay. I mean, he's making a whole bunch of shields and things. I think I kind of want to put that construction on
Feast your
pause.
eyes on our fine selection. Look here.
So, yeah, these all seem pretty decked out. Need more roof tiles, actually. Oh, so I don't have a clay deposit in this region. I think that might be the kicker for going to grab this one, because that's going to help with roof tiles and things like that. How's this? Oh, it's getting there. So I just need to make sure I'm top, because this is where the army is going to be coming from in terms of volume to start with. I mean, that clay furnace is no point having that right now. So overall happiness is okay. People still aren't happy about being taxed. No free oxen. Maybe we move this logging hut over there. Yeah, this is the thing with farming. It is going to take up all of the oxen. We've got 2 out of 2 there. 1 out of 2 there. Let's order another one. I think we could probably upgrade that as well. Order more oxen. I think that's just very important to keep that scaled. And maybe we don't need to build this. Yeah, I will leave it. How are they doing with food output over here at the windmill? Christ, we have a lot. I don't think we need... I think 1 person there is sufficient. To have 3 people in the communal oven. So pantry is full. Which pantry are we talking about? So, okay, let's upgrade that. Upgrade that as well while we're at it. I think our storehouse is generally fine though. Where's that? Here. That's okay for now, yeah. And they're almost done. That church. Plenty of logs over here. It's a saw pit. Let's get someone on the saw pit. But yeah, it's just meeting this ale requirement, I think. Obviously, we're not going to get any barley from this region, really. Unless maybe I'll zoom out a little bit. Maybe I missed fertility. Is it actually good anywhere? Absolutely woeful. I mean, here is really the best option. But I wonder if we can just put... Let's just put... I mean, putting field down is free, right? So we can just put a field down. Do it so big. What do we get? Like a 35%. Terrible. Well, we're in December. Winter is approaching. I think, yeah, we've made some pretty good progress. I think let's wait until... Let's get this church done. I think that's a nice milestone. And there it is. It is done already. Let's get these people happy. Let's have someone in there. And they just need this clothing supply now. So once the tannery is built, let's just speed this up and get that built. There we go. Get someone in there. And we want a bit more space in these burgage plots. And then I think this area is in pretty good stead. They just need to make some leather to fill the clothing requirement. Then we can start upgrading all of these. Probably want to focus on a little bit more timber. I think maybe moving this logging camp might be a good idea. Or we just move the work area over here for now. Where have we got everyone working? Yeah, the more we get these people moving in, the better. We have 25 regional wealth here at the moment. I mean, we could also... it's not hides we're struggling with, but we're doing okay for food. We've definitely got sufficient amount of fuel. I think I'll take someone off the woodcutter's lodge and put them on the logging camp. Just to get this up so that when we do want to... Yeah, when we do want to upgrade these to level 2s, we're going to have plenty of timber that we can just smash all of those up. And we want to keep this approval rating up as well. So I think as soon as we have this clothing requirement, we're going to have a lot more happy campers in this vicinity. And we should be good there. And yeah, I think things are shaping up quite nicely. There's definitely more we can do here in Nusslohe to get our war machine rolling. So, I mean, we've got 152 helmets, 103 mail armor, 110 polearms. So, if we want to create, let's say, some polearm militia, you know, they're doing pretty good. I don't know why it's not showing the mail armor there, because I must have that in the storehouse. Yeah, we definitely have that. So that is available. I think they just need to go and grab it. Actually, I think that's the thing. So I'm actually just going to get rid of all of these additional groups. Oh, so I have 2 different retinues. So yeah, once we get those going, I think that's going to be good. I also, now that Arch is a lot better, I might look at making some war bows. But I think we'll be in pretty good stead here with our war machine. I'm very happy with that, actually. I didn't realize it was doing so well. So we are exporting quite a few helmets to the Immenreuth region. So we do have some extras there. And we've got loads of large shields. And actually what I might do, I think instead of sending charcoal, I think let's send some large shields. And that's a nice swap. Because we've just got a lot. Right? We can get rid of easily 100 of those. And we're cooking. So yeah, I'm really happy with where we're at the moment. Immenreuth is as high as it can get. I'd like to get this approval rating up a little bit more, to be honest. Maybe we need to look at the market supplies. Generally pretty good. I think just because it's sort of... We're really struggling a bit on having enough meat and berries. Maybe if we had gone into... to be honest, I haven't really found the beekeeping one to be super good. There's not really loads of benefit from the apiary. I mean, I've had 2 or 3 people on it. I've got 3 people on it now. And my current supply of honey is 0. So I don't really think it's worth it. And actually, I would probably put those on farming or something instead. But the problem is, from farming, you're only getting bread right now. So yeah, I think obviously when we get these apples online as well, that's going to be good. And yeah, maybe just a bit more food variety is going to help us in terms of the happiness department. There's loads of availability here for clothing, and we're really good for fuel. So maybe we need to reforest, do some reforestation projects in this area. Do they have a specific area? I don't want to limit the work area. And maybe get this. Where's that other camp gone? That's the logging camp. Corpse bit. Oh, geez. We have some random supplies over here. Okay, guess we'll just save those for a rainy day. But yeah, I think we're definitely in good stead, and these guys are turning a lot of that firewood into charcoal. Do we have someone? Whoops. Do we have someone? So woodcutters lodge. I hope it was easier to just look at this when you press tab. We have an additional sawpit there as well, so we have a lot of people on sawpits. One over there. I'm going to take that guy off. I think 2 is sufficient. Livestock trading post. Yeah, I don't think we want to trade any of these out right now. I'm quite happy with that supply. So yeah, I think we're in a good spot. We're gonna have to just look at obviously expanding a little bit more. It's obviously not going to be super quick. I'm not being super aggressive with taking these territories. I'm waiting for this to really come online. So we really are taking quite a lot from this mining pit. I mean, there's still over 3,000 in there, and I want to really be turning that into a lot of good helmets, armor, plate armor. Actually, eventually, that is something else that we can go into. So if you zoom all the way out, master armor making. We could use that to upgrade our retinue and have a really strong retinue. But I think the focus here should be, I mean, we want as many of these burgage plots at level 2 that we can have to make sure that we're getting the tax in that we need. So obviously expanding them out for additional families is always really good. So actually, just before we sign off for this one, or we could upgrade this one as well. So I think I will do that and that one. So I think we're in a really good stead. Obviously not super exciting, not high tempo, but I don't think you're watching this video for the high tempo. It's really just to see how we're progressing and how the game is. And to be honest, I'm really still enjoying it. There's definitely going to be maybe more challenge when we try the harder settings. And with a lot of the changes, there's going to be new features coming out. There's going to be new things that we can delve into. So yeah, thank you for joining. There's definitely more to come. I know I keep saying this, but there will be more guides coming as well. They just take a little bit longer to edit and put together. So thank you for watching episode 17, and hopefully see you in episode 18.